This weekend, the 24-25 Premier League season came to a close, and with it, the era of Gary Lineker at the BBC. Before I dive into the video, I just wanted to acknowledge the tragic events that unfolded in Liverpool on Monday. Now, this video isn't actually about what happened there and was recorded before the events unfolded, but it just felt wrong to be making a video about football and football fans and not at least acknowledge what happened. But obviously my thoughts and feelings are with all the victims, everyone affected, their families, and the wider community. After decades of presenting Match of the Day, Lineker has stepped away.
Time to say goodbye. Goodbye.
Or has been quietly ushered out, depending on what paper you read.
Goodbye.
Now, I, for one, frankly, won't miss him. Lineker's time at the BBC wasn't just about football. Increasingly, it became about Gary Lineker. He morphed from an icon of the English game into a soft-spoken presenter, replacing the far superior and far more based Des Lynam.
Des Lynam is God.
He had a good few years, to be fair, at the beginning, but these days, sadly, he's become more of a moral crusader. Too concerned with the political world more than the football field. From Brexit to Rwanda to Gaza, Lineker's feed has become a constant stream of political messaging. The BBC, desperate to avoid yet another crisis, had mostly let it slide. Now, to be completely fair to them, they did temporarily suspend Lineker in 2023 for associating the then Tory government with the mid-century Germans. But he then returned to our screens unrepentant, flanked by colleagues who threatened to walk out in solidarity and with the BBC's backing. Now, the BBC are supposed to be impartial. Now, we all know that to be untrue, but that's supposed to be the deal. That's what's supposed to justify the licence fee. As for the state of Match of the Day, I can't say I really care all that much, to be honest. I mean, when was the last time you watched it? I can't remember the last time I did. But let's be honest, this isn't just about Gary Lineker, Match of the Day, or the state of the BBC. It's about what football has become. Stick with me if you're not a football fan, because I think I have a point that might resonate with you. I've got to be honest, I haven't been interested in the Premier League for a long time now, and it's not because I've fallen out of love with football, but the modern top-flight game has almost completely lost its shine.
Football's become a little bit predictable, a little bit boring at times.
It's bloated, corporate, politicised, and detached. Too much money, not enough soul, not enough passion for the badge or the history of the game. I'm a Plymouth Argyle fan. I've supported the team since I was about 5 years old. This season, for a bunch of reasons, and one big fat one,
I'm a winner.
we've just been relegated from the Championship. It stings. But despite the heartache of relegation, I'll still be there. Because supporting your club through thick and thin is the point, isn't it? That's football. That's loyalty. And that's identity. But in the top flight, that is fast becoming a thing of the past. Most of the big clubs are now global brands, global content factories, and they haven't represented the communities that established them for a long time now. What they actually represent is market share. A key example of this also happened this last weekend. Outside Old Trafford, United fans were once again out in force protesting the club owners, the Glazers. Now, if you don't know, this has been going on for quite some time now, and at this stage, I don't think it really matters who's in charge. I think the fans just want someone who at least appears to care. The club's owner needs to understand that even though they own the business side of a club belongs to the people who have stood on cold terraces week after week, generation after generation. And I'm not a United fan, far from it. In fact, it's been great to see them slide from dominance in the last few years. But even I can sympathise with them when it comes to what they see as the destruction of their club. And sadly, they, and even the English game, isn't in isolation on this. You see, the problem isn't just ownership, it's the entire economy of the modern game. You may have heard what happened up in Scotland recently. Celtic fans paused an away game against Dundee United twice, throwing tangerines onto the pitch in the first half and then footballs in the second. Why? They were protesting the 42 quid ticket price increase. Now, I'm not being funny, and no disrespect, but this is the Scottish Premiership. It's Dundee United. And again, no offence. After all, Paul Sturrock. But think about it. If the average dad can't afford to take his kid to the football, then what is this all for? And what future are we building for the beautiful game? This is a false economy of modern football. We price out the locals and fill the stands with tourists. We prioritise social media engagement over matchday atmosphere. We talk about growing the game, but actually we're hollowing it out. The Premier League tells us it's a global product, but if it comes at the cost of the communities that built the Football Association to begin with, who does it really serve? And that's what's really tragic here. Football clubs used to belong to the towns and cities that built them. They were named after the places we lived in and loved, rooted in people and sculpted by history. Now clubs are assets, traded, leveraged, monetised, which is devastating. Because the truth is, and as fans we know this better than anyone, we are merely custodians of the club, of our community, the country itself. And if we don't preserve these things, the things we love, well, who will? So yes, Gary Lineker is leaving the BBC. Some people will call it the end of an era. Me, I'd call it the end of a whimper. I mean, the man was never as truly important as he thought he was. He was a true out-and-out poacher on the football field and in the anchor's chair. The real story to me is happening elsewhere. It's in the stands of the grounds, in the chants, the heartbreaks, the dogged loyalty of fans who know that football isn't about winning. It's about belonging. It's about the colours and crests and towns and cities and people that refuse to go quietly into the good night.
What a cracking game!
So if you care about football, or even just the town, city, village, or whatever you're from, support your local club. Go to a Tuesday night game next season, stand in the hail and watch a ball draw, and absolutely love it. Because, for now at least, the game is still well and truly alive. But for how long it'll still be kicking, who knows?
Goodbye.